Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to Beyond the Surface with Flyboi Michael. Of course, you know my name is Flyboi Michael. Or for those of you that don't know, maybe I should tell you, Michael Oluwafemi Emeyono. But you can always call me Flyboy as well. This is the first edition of Beyond the Surface with Flyboy. We're going to be dwelling on so many things: entertainment, lifestyle, politics. What else do we have? Just name it. Anything that involves our life, anything that involves our living, we will talk about it on this podcast. This is the very first episode, and of course, we're starting off with the part I love, part of my life, entertainment. That's the first part that we'll be dealing with today. And of course, I have with me in the studios today a very good friend, a brother at that, And of course, we are going to be looking at his lifestyle. And they said change is what's that thing again? Change is whatever you think it is anyway. But of course, a life without change, that means you're not improving. We need to change every day for the better, for the best, you know, and of course, we need to live life to the fullest. Today, I already told you, I have a very, very fun-loving guy, a good guy, a friend, a brother. Um, Let me leave you to do the introduction. Let's talk. It's my house.
Yeah.
You're welcome. But let me let you do the introduction. How you doing today, Simeon?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me
You're welcome,
on
brother.
this wonderful episode. I am Sim Song. That is my stage name when it comes to music. But my parents gave me Simeon. And Simeon, the name Sim Song was gotten from Simeon. Simeon that sings. And what do I sing? I sing song. So that's why I've got
Same song.
Sim Song.
I remember the first time I was on a radio station and I saw your song. Was it in church, man? I don't remember. Was it in church? And I think you transferred it to me.
Yeah.
And I played it. The first thing that attracted me was that same song. Like same song. Which name is this one again? Same song.
Yeah.
And over the years, we've grown to be friends, more than just friends, we're brothers.
Yeah.
And I'd like to know, Simi singing, Sim song. How did it all start? Let's start that way. How did it all start? How did music all start?
Okay, music for me started when I was a little boy with my parents. My dad of blessed memory was a pastor, and I was part of the children's choir. That was when I started doing music, but unprofessionally. But professionally, I would say it all started in 2008 when I was serving. I was doing my youth service then in Niger State, and I said it's time to just go professional on what I've been doing. This what I call hobby. I've been doing it as hobby for quite some years now. But I think it's time to go professional. So 2008 was it the year actually where I started professionally.
2008. That's
Yeah.
about 16 years, right?
Yeah, 16 years now. 16
Wow.
years. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Like as a young boy, the genre you chose at that time was not a genre a lot of people, would have chosen at that young age.
Yeah.
Why did you choose the gospel genre at that time?
Okay, like I said, I was born into a Christian home. My father was a pastor and the general overseer of his own ministry. And by default, when you go to the north, you see lots of Muslims, not because many of them choose to be Muslims, but because they were born into a Muslim home. So, like my own, I was born into the home of Christians, and not just Christians, pastor of a church that's
Geo of a church.
a GO of a church that is the founder. So by default, I joined the choir. And from then, when music became a thing for me, I said, okay, let me do gospel music because I know very well that even if I love music to the level I did, there's no way I can do anything other than gospel music for the sake of my father's reputation and his interest. So that was why I chose gospel as at then.
Hmm. Now, gospel music. You chose gospel music because you were born into that Christian. It's not as if you really wanted gospel music.
Yeah, I would say not as at then. I won't say whether I really wanted gospel music or not, because I could not really define that feeling. All I just wanted to do was music, and what I could see that I can venture into as a then was gospel music, going by my family background. And I will say, I don't know if it would be safe for me to say going by indoctrination.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. Now, what difficulties have you encountered in doing gospel music?
Okay. Doing gospel music was all fun for me, and not just fun alone. It was really, really impactful. Though there's nothing you do in life that don't have the advantages and disadvantages. So there are some difficulties here and there, but to define those difficulties, I think I will just streamline it to like two. There may be more, but let me just concentrate on two for now. One, um, I felt creativity wise, I was in a box because music is very vast.
Very, very.
Music is very vast, and I felt my creativity was limited because I was concentrated in delivering everything that I have to do within the gospel cycle, within the gospel space. So that's, to me, make me felt
They leave you with enough room to explore.
sure.
Mm.
Then secondly, I will say the finances. And finance is very important in anything you're doing in life, because without the finances, you cannot push your project to the particular level you may have in mind to push it to. So in the gospel music world, I noticed that the way um, even a list of gospel musicians, the extent to which they get return, because whether you like it or not, that is their business. They are called to do it, to serve, but in serving, that is where they feed their family from.
True,
That is where they pay their bills.
true.
And the level of some A-list gospel singers in the gospel music industry, if you compare it to those of their counterparts in the secular music world, you will see that there's a great disparity when it comes to financial inflow from their talents. And I saw that as one of the challenges in the gospel music world. So I think I'll just streamline it to these two.
Don't you think that disparity you're talking about is because of what some gospel people will say? It's because Satan was the chief chorister in heaven, and he knows how
Yeah,
to sing more since he
yeah.
was thrown down. So that's why the secular world is getting more, and trying to pull more people out of the gospel world.
No, not really. I won't say that. I will say the gospel world, so to speak, needs to appreciate what they have more, show more appreciation. Um, Sometimes you see gospel musician going for an event, a gospel event, and your host will be saying it as if you are whatever service you are coming to render, you are rendering unto God.
Mm,
Fine, God is the person you are rendering the services to. Doesn't mean that after rendering your service, you won't have your family to feed, you won't have your bills to pay. So why in the secular music industry talents are being appreciated and compensated to the level to which they should be compensated. Talking about the finances right now. Same talent of same level in the gospel music world is not getting that level of appreciation from whatever he or she is doing. So
it reminds me of the proverb of the story of the 10 talents in the Bible.
yeah,
And of course, the one that was given, those talents that did not return, the plus of the talents was not,
Yeah.
Christ was not happy. The master rather
sure.
was not happy with, that person. So you have to multiply your talents, and that is multiplication for you right now will
Yeah.
be people appreciating, like you said, they don't appreciate what they have.
Yeah.
People appreciating those talents in the gospel world, right?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Okay. All right, you're still tuning or watching rather Beyond the Surface with Flyboi Michael. And of course, our guest Simeon is our first guest on the very first episode of Beyond the Surface with Flyboi. Simeon, Song, we'll be talking about your career, as an entertainer, not just a gospel artist. And of course, we have to talk a lot about more things. You said something while, as a gospel artist, you were limited. You were in the box.
Sure.
And of course, as an artist, even maybe you're singing, you're drawing, you're dancing. But as an artist, as an entertainer, you don't have to be boxed up.
Sure.
Because you have to express yourself, fully to the world. Now, that is a constraint. How do you intend to break out of the box and let us know Song, Simeon, the song singer, you're not the singstress, right? Simeon, the man that sings, Simeon, the man that wants to do this by expressing his full talent.
Okay. About that, I think I've gotten to a point in my career where I'm currently transitioning from gospel music into secular music. Now, this afford me the opportunity to express myself. But at the point I wanted to take this decision, I was pondering on how those that have known me very well in the gospel music scene will accept it. But I got to a point in my life where I noticed that you have to live your life to satisfy your purpose in life, not just to satisfy people's feelings. And somebody that really helped me a lot in taking that decision is Spyro, who's my guy's Krona.
Yeah, Spyro, yeah.
I notice he says it a lot. In fact, that's the more reason I'm having the inscription Jesus Boy on my face cap.
I can see your face cap, Jesus Boy.
He says it a lot to whoever that wishes to hear about it, that he is a Jesus boy. And Song is one Jesus boy that God has given gifts to express himself, but is limiting himself because of the feelings, just to satisfy the feelings of people that are looking up to him or people that are looking at him. So when I saw what Spyro was doing, this is a Jesus boy in the secular music industry, competing at the top level with those that are there, making good money from the secular music industry.
Good music as well.
Making good music, good money, and using that money is making to invest in kingdom advancements. Sometimes we don't have to just stay put in stay put by religion or boxing ourselves with religion and not doing or serving the purpose for which we are here on earth. So I had a discussion with someone recently, and he was saying about this, my transition. And so he was saying, "Oh man, if this is what you think you want to do, go ahead." Because even as a Christian, There are Christians that owns barbing salon.
Sure.
And when a Muslim comes into your barbing salon, you cut the Muslim's hair.
Of
When a
course.
pagan come into your salon,
You
you
do the
cut. You
same.
don't tell them that this is a gospel barbing salon. We only barb hair for Christians. So if I'm gifted with the gift to sing, I should be able to express myself singing and don't limit my music to read to just the gospel word.
Gospel morning.
It should be able to reach out to the world for which the entire world for which it was meant for. And that's the reason for the transitioning. Yeah.
So what does your wife feels about this?
Well, one thing I did first, the moment I had this in mind, I called my wife. I told her that this is the vision from now. This is where I'm heading to, because whatever you're doing, if you don't have peace at home, then you won't achieve much. So I opened her up to the vision so that she can also run with the vision.
Very good. Wise man.
Yeah.
Wise, Simeon. Wise. So now that you've updated us on this, I'm still surprised because I remember years back you did a big concert, and we had lots of people there. I was privileged to host the concert as well, and it's like because this is coming while we're preparing for the podcast. We spoke, but this is coming. But now that you've said it, and you've made the vision very clear to me. Where are we going? Where are we starting from this time now? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? As in, what's the next step for us?
Okay. Currently working on a single, my debut single into the secular music industry, and at that point of transitioning, while I was having that discussion with myself, one question that propped up was, how will people take it? Secondly, how will your Christian brothers and sisters who look up to you as somebody that is leading the road for them to follow when it comes to church singing and church music, how will they feel about it? Then I asked myself another question that gave me that notch that it's time to transition. I asked myself, do Christians party? And the answer is yes.
Yes, of course, yes, they do.
Christians party. When we have weddings, when we have baby dedication, when we have house opening, and so on and so forth. Christians party. And when you attend most of this party, 90%, if not more, of the party, 95% of music that will be played there is secular music. So why do we Christians who are gifted with the gift of singing allow guys from the other side, so to speak, dominate the music industry? Same thing is applicable to politics. That is why you see most Christians before now I'm beginning to see that transition in politics. Before now, you see Christians, they don't participate in politics. They don't vie for elected positions. And you allow those from the other side to dominate political positions, thereby setting laws that guides your living in the country. So we're good at it. Christians are beginning to think outside the box. Christians are beginning to keep their mind open rather than boxing their mind and going for elective positions in secular politics. And that's just same thing I'm doing right now. Compete at par in the music industry, and whatever God blesses me with there, a huge chunk of it will be for kingdom advancement.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen, brother. Amen, brother. Yeah. Okay, so who and who are you planning to work with, or have you started working with on this new project?
Okay.
Are you still retaining that name, Sim Song, or we got another name coming?
Okay, the name Sim Song is constant.
Okay.
It's not going to change. Simpson is a musician. I'm still doing music. And before I answer the first question you asked, I skipped something in my last comment.
Okay.
I said I asked myself a question: do Christians party?
Party.
And the answer was obviously
Yes.
yes. So because of that, my first single I'm working on right now, I had to name it Same Song Party. And it's going to be dropping before, on or before the end of October, except if there's any slight change. But we are 90% ready to release the song. So it's titled Same Song Party, and it will be dropping soon. So let me.
That means the hype man will be saying, "Ain't no party like a Sim Song party," because the Sim Song party don't stop.
Maybe, but we'll just keep
So
we'll keep
have
us.
have we got some notable producers that you intend to work with, and are you collaborating? Are we going to see a Davido on your song? Are we going to see a Wizkid? Or probably a Burna Boy? I'd love to see a Burna Boy,
Yeah,
on your tracks.
on
Or
collaborations.
Two Face.
On collaborations or producers first.
Yeah.
Producers, I believe we have wonderful producers here in Bayelsa State that I'm in.
Yes.
And the person working on my first single right now is a certified musicologist, a doctor in music, and is doing great in a wonderful producer. Amos Annex by Annex Production.
Okay.
That's the brand name. But his name is Amos, and he's doing a great job. And I believe when we're done with the job 100%, we'll release it, and I hope people are going to receive it and attest to the fact that the producer actually did a good job. So talking about, I will now move on to collaborations. While I'm working on this, my first single rather, I already have like 4 other songs I'm working on in terms of writing right now. I'm just writing those songs now. And one of them that I was doing, the person that comes to my mind to collaborate with on this song is none other than legendary Two-Face Idibia.
Tubaba.
So Tubaba, if you can hear me, I want to work on you on one of my songs. I will definitely reach out to you, and I hope at the end of the interaction something is going to come out. So I'm actually having it in mind to work with Tubaba. And aside Tubaba, another person I'm looking at working with is Chike.
Oh, Chike. Yeah. Okay.
Another person like Chike. Then, of course, Davido. Yeah, I'm a fan of Davido, a big time fan. I also have in mind to work with him. Then somebody I'll be working with again is Fioki. I don't know if you know Fioki.
Yeah, I know Fioki. Yeah, the guitarist.
Yeah, Fioki, the guitarist. I spoke with him recently, and I told him, Baba, I want us to work on something musically. I will update you when it's time. And he replied, he said, no problems. I'll be waiting.
No, I love Fioki.
I just, when I'm done with this first project, I'll find a way to reach out to all these artists I just mentioned on the particular song. I want them to collaborate with me.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, that's a nice one, and I pray that your dreams will definitely come to pass. From crossing over to the secular, and of course, because the people you've mentioned that you will be working with are people that I'm sure they will help lift up the brand Sim Song, and of course give it that light that you so much envisage already. Now that you're not in the box and you want to express yourself, we hope the expression is received properly, and of course is well expressed. And I hope that we'll be the first to know about the single when it drops. We need to talk about it. We probably will play it first.
Definitely.
And of course, we will definitely promote it. Not just play, we'll definitely promote it, because our own is our own. Sure. We got to promote it. We must promote it. These days, everybody, most musicians must have their own record label. Are you going to be doing that? Or you're going to be working with some record labels or some Alaba marketers and all
Yeah.
that.
So while I'm doing my thing, putting out my song out there, I'm open to any
Okay.
music label signing. But before that if it comes at all, I will just be managing my stuff myself, putting out my songs, and hoping it does well out there. That's just about it. I also want to send this message to my brother, Spyro, because he's the biggest motivation
Okay.
that I have that is giving me that drive for this transitioning. So, and I know he's representing the kingdom in the music industry, in the secular music industry, as a Jesus boy there. And when I looked at the music industry, we just have only one Jesus boy. Who is
So
say there may be more, but
and
nobody is putting. No others are not
it's
may not
putting
be
out there,
putting it
out
out
there.
there.
Yeah.
But Spyro took it upon himself to put it out there. I'm a Jesus boy in this game, so I'm coming to be the second Jesus boy alongside my brother Spyro.
All right,
Yeah.
Spyro. I'm sure you definitely will see this video, Spyro, or this podcast, and hope you will lend a helping hand to the second Jesus boy rather, and of course help out where you need to help out. Because of course, like they say in one of our languages in Nigeria, one hand washes the other hand, and everything becomes clean.
Yeah.
So Spyro, that's for you. And of course, to Davido and the rest of them, we hope you get to see this too. And of course, you lend a helping hand. My name is Michael Oluwafemi Emeyonu. You call me Flyboi Michael. On the first episode of Beyond the Surface with Flyboi. And of course, our very first guest has been a brother, Simsong. See me, and because he just, opened up to us what his plans is going to be. And from October, we will definitely, by the end of October, right?
Yeah.
We will definitely be listening to his first single. You don't want to give us a title yet, do you? Okay,
Same song
Party.
party. Same
Sing
song
Song Party will be dropping end of October at most. And of course, we will definitely be back here to talk about the song, talk about the producers, and of course, talk about how the Sing Song Party had just started and there's no ending very soon. So congratulations, brother. Congratulations.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Thank you very much. Just to add to that, we are looking at on or before the end of October. But in case we don't meet that deadline, the next available dates will be 11th of November because that will be my wedding anniversary.
Oh, okay.
So
that's good.
If we don't meet, if me and my team working together don't meet that end of October, definitely it will be 11th of November.
This one we don't talk us madam don't hear this one now. 11th of November. So let's just look at 11th of November.
Okay.
Because the women no go agree. Now that day is special to her. So
Yeah.
I'm sure that day she go agree, say no.
Let's make it that day.
All right, we thank God, and of course we give all the glory to him. As you cross over, he still receives all the glory.
Definitely.
He still receives all the glory. So we wish you well, brother. We wish you well.
Thank you.
We wish you well.
Thanks for having me.
We wish you well.
Yeah,
we wish
thanks.
you well. All right, that's going to be it on this edition, the first episode of Beyond the Surface with Flyboi. All thanks to everybody, Timothy behind the cameras, and of course to Simsong. He's been a pushy on this, so I want to say thank you to him, and of
You're
course
welcome.
his team as well. And of course, we get to see you on the next episode of Beyond the Surface with Flyboi Michael.